Oh, I'm going to ask you a question of you because I have come across the term C-book, and in the context of the discussion that I was having, I'll explain to you exactly what C-book was meant in that conversation. I don't know if it's actually valid. I have not had D-book up until today, but C-book is for dealers, risk managers, and the broker. This was in the context of the conversation I had. Any B-book trade that was initially B-booked and later the broker decided that they want to send it onto the market is C-book. So it is actually A-booked but delayed.
If you're going to have a different way of dealing with risk, that's the standard way of dealing with warehouse risk. That's what a bank would do. They effectively B-book everything. And then after the fact, they will decide they want to cover it in the market. They'll never go to another bank to do the trade first, like an A-booking in the broker market, because they would expose their hand. They'll always, and they are internalizing a whole load of trading in a bank. So they'll wait a few seconds before all of the orders have come in. They'll end up with a net position, and they might go to the market and close that. So that's become a term that's used for C-book, but really it's just any other way of dealing with risk. And we have some of our clients have 4 or 5 different books that they put people together in. So they might have real retail clients who really don't know what they're doing. They might have some professional traders who've got more of a clue. They might have institutions that really, really know what they're doing. And then they'll bucket all of these separately and put them into different risk books. And that's effectively what A, B, C, D books are. But the term that has what's become to mean is A book is where you cover the risk in the market first, and then you give the client the fill afterwards. And B book, you just give them the price that you've got. But bringing that, so if we talk about B-book a bit, if you have, let's look at an index, for example. So you've got an index product on, I don't know, FTSE, and the broker has taken a feed from somewhere to get the FTSE price. And that price will probably be not as fast as if you were directly on the stock exchange where it's being traded. And so if you're B-booking that and someone else has got the ability to get that price a few milliseconds faster than the broker, then they have got a latency arbitrage opportunity. So they know exactly where the price is going to go. So they can go in, buy and sell, buy and sell, and buy and sell, and they can make as much money as they want because they know where the price is going in a few milliseconds. And sometimes it's longer than milliseconds. Sometimes you might be half a second in some brokers in the world. And so there's real arbitrage, latency arbitrage risk in that example. B-booking brings all sorts of risks. Initially, because MT4, MetaTrader 4, was only top of the book, people who wanted to trade large size, where typically you would get a worse price as you're going down the book. Because one of the first things I learned in this market is if I go into a shop and I ask for to buy a large size amount of something, I'm going to get a discount because I'm buying more. If I'm going in FX and I'm buying a large amount, I'm going to get a worse price because the risk is higher. And so it's the other way round. Whereas if you've just got a top of the book price and I say I want to buy 10 million something and I just go buy, I'll get the top of the price every single time. And the basic built-in B-book functions that you'd have in MetaTrader would give you that price every single time. So the broker then has to cover that risk if they want to at a proper institutional price, and they've lost out big time because the prices will get much worse as you get bigger and bigger and bigger in size. So we built an awful lot of technology in 2 or 3 years ago, which we call broker protection, for example, where as you trade more, you can make the price go wider as the person goes buy. So you can simulate what's happening in an A-book model, or you can slow down their executions so that each execution happens a little bit slower if they are absolutely shotgunning you. So you can do, they call it speed bump technology. So that's what we call it anyway in our world. So we can protect the broker against being hit. And we had a broker the other day that just implemented our technology. They got hit with 30,000 orders they put in. So they put in 30,000 limit orders, all to hit them at the same time, all at the same price. And our system basically shut them down, stop this trader doing all of this and stop the broker. He reckoned he would have lost over $1 million in that scenario. So it's not something to think, oh, I don't really need that. You do need that. And if you are a new broker appearing, these type of traders will hunt you down and they will find you on the internet and they will steal all your money. It's not difficult for them to do this. The algorithms that you can buy off eBay, to do this, it's not very difficult.
If you liked that video and you want to watch the full episode, it's available here. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. It helps the channel.